Okay, amazing. I'm a little bit early, so I'm just getting everything set up. I should just go and turn Instagram on. And yeah, let's see how we're getting on. Hope everyone is very well. Didn't fall over there, I promise. Amazing. So I think we're there and we're there. Amazing. And oh, we're even a bit early. I say early, like a minute early. I was thinking the other day, is it even possible to be that late for much anymore? Amazing. Hope you're very well. Happy Thursday. That took longer than it should have done. That's something I definitely need to go and quickly do. I've left my phone on noisy. 1 second. That's not ideal, is it? We don't want that being noisy all the way through. There we go. Da-da-da. Fab. That's much better. Okay. So it is our lunchtime flow, 20 minutes or so, just to move a bit of energy around the body, wake you up a little bit, stretch you out a little bit if you need it. I've been sat at my desk again today, so definitely need of a little bit of a stretch. And it's 12 o'clock, so we shall get going. So onto your mat for me, in just a seated pose to start with, sitting up nice and tall. They're all our usual bits, just having a minute, maybe just take that nice big deep breath that we need, breathing all the way down to the belly. You might even need a little sigh out the mouth today and just see how we feel. And we're just going to start by taking those 3 breaths to tune in. We're going to do them a little bit quicker than we usually do, though. So bring bring your hands down to the sides. Take a big inhale to float up. Easy exhale out the mouth, all the way down. 2 more the same. So we bring the hands down, big inhale, lift up. Easy exhale down. And last one, all the way down, big inhale, lift up. Easy exhale down. Good. Plug the thumbs into the heartbeat. And today I just want you to focus on putting a bit of movement into the spine. So as you close the eyes and tune into your pulse, to your heartbeat, just take little gentle movements side to side. Maybe if you lean all the way over to one side, you can feel any draw or pull in the hips or legs. Maybe over to the other side and just see if it's noticeably any different. Maybe the sensations feel a little different from one side to the next. We can make that movement as big or as small as we like. Maybe relaxing the neck as you lean over. Having a bit of movement there. Then all the way over to the other side. You can start to open the eyes if this is making you feel a little seasick, swaying side to side. You can even start to just bring the hands down to the knees, but I just want you to continue that movement. A little rock side to side. You start to feel almost like a little piece of rope, so we can move from one place and it slowly works up the body. If it feels good to, bring the hands in as well, maybe lean all the way over to one side. And then all the way over to the other. Then we'll bring in a little forward and back. So rock your body forward. Feel that stretch in your back and in your hips. And then gently lean it backwards. Maybe bring the hands even behind you, lifting the chest, relaxing the head a little bit. Even a bit of a sway side to side here. It might be that it feels good to almost circle the body. So I'm going to lean to one side, bring it forward. Maybe lean to the other side. And then slowly take it back. Use your hands just to guide you to make sure you don't fall over. Maybe try going that other direction and see how it all feels. So there's no right or wrong to any of this. We are just trying to get a nice little bit of intuitive movement, a little bit of natural movement in the body. I'm not trying to pull any particular shapes. You're just trying to See how it all feels. We'll take this into a little bit of a twist. So just coming up taller with the spine, grabbing your knee with your opposite hand, gently twist across the body and look behind you. Even here, we can have a bit of movement, but just focus on the spine feeling long, feeling tall, rather than curling anything around. We're just opening the chest, looking behind it. We'll move on to the other side. So just gently sway it over, just catching the knee with the hand. Lift it up. Good. And spin it round. Gently rock onto one side, onto your knees. And then I want you to come into a little box pose for me. So I'm going to sweep myself all the way around. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We know this one by now. And just a little sway side to side. So getting in towards your waist, maybe looking over the shoulder, looking at your bottom on the same side. So I can lean my bum and my head over to the right and then the left. Good. Maybe a little gentle cat-cow, so nothing too major here, but just a little curl of the spine and then a little rock into cat, so pushing the spine into the ceiling. And just nice intuitive movement, nothing too major. And we'll come up for that down dog position. So moving the hands just slightly further away, curl the toes. Big inhale lifts you up. Bums nice and high, heels on the off the ground, walking on the spot. Just focus on all the weight going back, pushing with the base of the hands. Keeping your feet just a little bit narrower, maybe around hip distance apart. We're going to come from down dog to a little puppy dog 3 times. So I want you to slowly bend the knees, hug the body in, come as low as you can, and then push yourself back to down dog. 2 more just the same. So nice and slow, we bring it down. And then push up. And one more time, all the way down. And then push it back up. Good. From here, I want you to walk backwards. So I'm going to walk my hands to meet my feet. I'm going to move my feet, bend my knees to help me if I need to, and slowly just come into your forward fold there for me. So take your time, stick your bum out, bend those knees, and just take it easy, especially if you've been sat down all morning. We're going to relax the head down and just have a little ragdoll here. So bring hands to opposite elbows. Relax everything down. Feel the shoulders soften and round. Give your head a little shake. Oh, I've got my necklace right at a spot. It's going to go in my mouth. There we go. Take a nice big deep inhale for me. Maybe lift the chest. And then as you exhale, relax those hands down. From here, the same thing. We're going to just have a little bit of intuitive movement. That's really the theme of our lunchtime today. So we can keep the knees soft, but I want you to walk your hands over to one side so as much as you can, starting to feel the stretch down the leg, maybe a little bit into the back. You could always just grab hold of the back of that calf. That's a calf. If you wanted to, you can even take both hands over and create a little twist here. But keep those knees soft so nothing feels too rigid, nothing feels too difficult in case we needed to move. And we'll move over to the other side. So slowly release, walk yourself over. Just starting maybe with those fingertips on the ground. You might want to grab hold of the calf. You might want to take both legs over. Keep everything soft. Gently come back towards the middle. Bend those knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Squeeze the tummy as you go. Head's the last thing up. Big exhale once you're there. Good. Have a little wiggle around for me. See how everything feels today. We're going to come into our mountain pose here. So I'm actually going to come to the middle of my mat just so you can see me a little bit better. But I want you to, where am I with those windows? I want you to see if you can get your big toes to touch. So we're kind of going as tall as we can here. From there, bring the hands down to the sides. Take a big inhale to lift up as tall as you can. And then I want you to grab one hand. It's going to grab the other wrist. So I've taken my right hand onto my left wrist. I take a big inhale, lengthen, and I'm going to lean all the way over to my right, so the side that's holding onto the wrist. As soon as I can't lean anymore and I've pushed my opposite hip out, I'm going to bend my knees and then sweep the hand down to make a big circle. So I bring it all the way down, relaxing at the bottom. And then I'm going to come all the way up, bending those knees to help lift me up. Now, if that felt a bit wonky, a bit wobbly, put a bit more space between the feet so we can bend the knees and we can take it from here. But I just want you to see if you can feel that change when the feet are nice and close together. 2 more in the same direction for me. So take a big inhale, lift up. As you exhale, we lean over. When you can't lean any further, bend those knees, sweep the hands down. You can see if you look at my feet, I've even got my toes off the ground because all my weight's really pushed back here. Helps with my balance all the way up. And then one more. So we lean, lengthen, bend those knees, sweep it down, and then inhale back up. Good. We're going to do the same thing in the other direction. So I'm going to release my hands. If you want to, release your feet just a little bit. Give them a bit more room. Bend the knees, inhale, lift up. So this time I'm going to take my left hand onto my right wrist. I'm going to lengthen as much as I can, lean over to this side, so the side that my hand is holding onto the wrist, and then I bend my knees and sweep down as soon as I need to bring it all the way down. Inhale lifts you back up. 2 more times. So we lean. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly again, or if you just don't like the big movement, bend the knees and just come down a little lower, so almost reaching the knees, and then inhaling up. That's good too. Last one for me. So lean, push into the hip, bend the knees, sweep it down. Inhale up. Good. I'm going to pretend I was at the back of my mat the whole time with you. Take an inhale, lift, lengthen, and release those hands. And as you exhale, maybe take a very gentle back bend, just if that feels good. Inhale back up to the top. Exhale, swan dive down. So hands to shoulders, stick your bum out, come down with a nice flat back. Good. Once you're there, you can bend those knees again. We'll just take a little twist. So right hand to the outside of that left ankle. Inhale the left hand all the way up to the ceiling. Look up if you can. And then exhale back down. Same thing on the other side. So cross over, big inhale, lift up. And then exhale back down. Put a bit of space between your feet. Bend those knees. Walk back out to your down dog for me. So we can walk those hands out. You might feel your bum kind of shift around a little bit as you go. Wiggle yourself back to a spot that feels good. Bend the knees. Walk on the spot for me. Then we're going to take 3 down dog to up dogs. So again, it's a movement we do quite a lot. So if you're comfortable keeping the legs straight, then go for that. The first one we'll take nice and soft, but we'll inhale to lift up to the tiptoes. Roll the body forward into plank like a big old wave. Soften the knees down as soon as you're there. Uncurl the toes. Gently lean forward. Move the hands away if you need a bit more room. Take the feet out a little bit wider if that feels better. Rock on the hips. To come back up, we come onto those knees, curl the toes, big push into down dog. Breathe. If that one felt good, go for 2 more just the same. If you wanted to have a little bit more heat, a bit more energy, we inhale, lift up to the tiptoes, roll the body forward into plank. Exhale, lower those hips down, keep the legs up. So can't quite tell in my big baggy outfit, but I've got my legs off the ground there. Big push all the way back down dog. Good, breathe. One more for me. So big inhale, lift it up, roll it forward. Exhale down. You might find the top of the thighs just touches the mat. You can release those feet if you're there and that feels better. Curl the toes, big push all the way back. Good. Pedal into those feet. From here, I want you to see if you can walk to the middle of your mat for me. So we're going to move the feet a little bit. We're going to move the hands a little bit. We're going to bend the knees. We're probably going to feel a touch awkward, but we're going to get there, okay? So take your time. Feet nice and wide for me. We're just going to finish with a few chair poses just to get a little bit more energy going in the body. So with chair pose, all the weights into those heels, and we're going to stick our bottoms out. So I like to think of this pose a little bit like hovering over a loose seat. So we've all been to one toilet somewhere, some pub that you used to go to, where you don't actually really want to touch the toilet. That's sort of the vibe we're going for right now. So it is all feeling in the legs. Top of those legs in particular, you're going to feel this. So you're sticking your bum out, you're leaning backwards into your bottom, all the way into your heels. Once you're there, look forward, bring the hands up, and let's lift and lower 3 times. So take a big inhale, push with the feet all the way up. And then as you exhale back to chair pose, stick your bum out, hover above that loose seat. Don't think about it. 2 more, big inhale, lift up. Easy exhale down. Good, last one, big inhale, lift up. Easy exhale, forward fold down. So take yourself all the way back. Walk out to your down dog one last time for me. Pedal into your feet. Hopefully those legs are feeling a little bit more released now. Take a nice big deep inhale. And as you exhale, soften the knees down to the ground. Uncurl your toes. Rest back in child's pose. In our child's pose, we'll take our final stretch here, which is going to be some thread the needle with the arms, just to release your shoulders. So in this position, look forward, lift your head up. I want you to take that right hand, slide it behind your left, so much so as you slide onto the side of your shoulder, the right side of your face comes down. We're trying to keep our bottom here low, and we can use this left hand just to wiggle us around. But just try and focus on really opening up the shoulder blades here. We'll do the same thing for the other side. So take a big inhale, lift up, exhale over. So my left hand this time is going to slide all the way through so I can come onto the side of my face, onto the side of my arm. I kind of move this right hand wherever it's most comfortable. Normally I use it just to kind of guide my bottom down still. So rather than lifting up, I'm going to push myself back. But relax the hands as much as you can. Try and release any tension there. And those exhales, as always, are where we're trying to ease the body into the stretch, to deepen the stretch. Feel the stretch move around the body, hit different places. When you feel ready to slowly start to release the stretch, come back to child's pose just for the last few breaths. Again, we'll slowly start to lift your head, look forward, come back up, maybe through a little box pose, sweep the feet round, and we'll come into our seated pose just to finish. So nice and slow for me. Take your time. Then we'll finish with our 3 breaths to tune out in just the same way that we tuned in. Bring the hands down to your sides. Take a nice big inhale to float all the way up. Easy exhale out the mouth. Brings the hands down to the chest. Just plug the thumbs into the heartbeat. Find that nice, easy rhythm. We'll do the same thing 2 more times. Big inhale floats you up. Easy exhale down. And one last time. Big inhale. Easy exhale. And namaste. I hope you enjoyed that. I tried to keep that quite energetic and have a bit of a focus on that intuitive movement, which is what I'm quite keen on. But yes, hope you enjoyed. I will be back again tomorrow morning, 8:15. Yeah, and let me know if there's anything you would like me to cover then. But I shall leave you to go and have your lunch and have a really lovely rest of your day. And I shall see you very, very soon. So I will come over